party people, party people, party people. Welcome, welcome, man. We are here in the building with greatness at the very first show at our new station, HHVR Radio. And, man, we got a legend among us right now. And, yeah, man, yo, let the people know what's your name, my brother. What's your name?
Y'all already know it's the grandest of them all, even your mama fall for Grandmaster Caz from the legendary Cold Crush Brothers, Boogie Down Bronx.
That's what's up, man. Well, thank you very much for being here on the very first show. We out here in VR land doing some pretty cool shit. You
No
know?
doubt.
So, Caz, man, talk to me. Tell the people, man, first of all, who you are, when did you get started with music, and, you know, where you from, for those that may not be familiar.
Well, I mean, for those of you that may have been under a rock for the last 40, 50 years, I'm one of the cats who started this thing called hip-hop. I've covered every element in hip-hop, from graph to breaking to DJing, and finally the MC element. So I'm pretty much, I don't know what you could say. I am hip-hop, you know what I mean? I live it, I eat it, I drink it, I sleep it, you know what I mean? Everything I do is hip-hop, and this is just a new avenue, you know, for me to exercise my craft, VR. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, you know, a lot of the artists that I've worked with in the past, like that I look up to, right? You know, Sadat X, a brand Nubian, you know, Nine, you know, Big Daddy Kane, all of these guys, they all look up to you. They all, you know, like Sadat told me himself, like, yo, you know, I was trying to be like Caz, like I was trying to rhyme like him. I mean, how does that feel for you, man, to see something that you started out in the beginning for the love, and then you see all these other cats that look up and admire you?
Well, I think that's one of the most rewarding things about my involvement in the culture. All the people that I've influenced, you know, positively. I mean, it's a great thing when you look at people who succeeded and has taken hip hop to the lengths that these guys have, to look back and say, well, I got it from this guy, or I was deeply influenced by this guy. He's the reason why I'm as good as I am, or why I do what I do, because I watched him. So yeah, that's what makes it all worthwhile, and part of the reason why I still do this.
Nah, that's what's up. So what was like the first time that you said to yourself, like, okay, this is something that is serious and actually is viable, that I could like really take this thing serious? Like, was there a moment when you said that to yourself?
I always took hip hop seriously, even if other people didn't. And at some point, I think the turning point, one of them was, of course, 1979, the advent of rap music. When people start recording hip hop and selling it, you know what I mean, it became a business. That really was a shot in the arm for the culture and helped to spread it. That was the main indication that showed me, oh, this now everybody can dig this. Everybody can get a chance to hear what we've been doing for 6 years already. And I was sure that everybody who came in contact with hip hop would love it just the same way as I did. And it's built over $1 billion industry. So, you know, at some point I was right, but I didn't have the insight to know that it would be this big. I just always thought it would be cool if it did. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, so 79 when rap records came out, and then I think 82 when Wild Style, when we were approached to do the movie Wild Style, that added another shot of legitimacy to our culture and let us know that we was on the right track.
Okay, now you have a relationship. I see you often with with Melly Mel very often. Would you say that's one of your closest friends within the industry that you came up with?
Yeah, most definitely. Melly Mel, Grandmaster Melly Mel of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. That's my tag team partner. That's what we call each other, tag team partners. It's like if we had to go to war, we going together.
You going together.
You know what I mean?
And now,
and
yeah, again, I'm sorry.
And the bond that we have is because of well, hip hop, of course, And through hip hop, we've grown as friends. People compare us a lot, or put us in the same kind of circle as far as our status in hip hop. He's much more accomplished commercially than I am,
Mhm.
but culturally, we're kind of side by side in the eyes of hip hop. So, you know,
Okay. Word up.
that's why we're
Word up.
so close.
Well, look, I'm gonna get into another song or two real quick. We're gonna definitely check with the audience, see if they have any questions. I'm also gonna check on Twitch, but we're gonna get to a joint because over here the main objective is we want the artists, right? The artists that are just dope, don't matter where they from and how much money they got. It's not about that. If it's hot, we gonna play it. So
That's right.
right now, word. So Kaz, all right, now you did a record with Macklemore. I mean, how did that come about? I know when I saw that, I was like saying to myself, like, "Yo, this is crazy. How did that come about? And what was that experience like?"
Well, it was, first of all, that was the biggest commercial experience I had in music. Okay, and by that I mean hip hop has always been, from its inception up until the time they started making records. Unfortunately have never like conquered the recording part of the process. Once hip hop became a musical genre, um, there it kind of separated from the culture somewhat. I remain on the culture side, while commercial music is, the public side, the marketable side, the selling side of it. Um, and so to do a song with Macklemore, somebody who had just won 2 Grammys the year before, to be associated with that is like I said, the biggest platform I've ever been on before. So it was a great thing for me. For Kumo D and for Melly Mel, they've seen that before. You know what I mean? They've been to the Grammys before. They've toured before. They've been, you know what I mean? But for me, a lot of those things were my first experience. So it was amazing for me to see how far you can really go, and just to see the other side. I mean, these
That's
guys.
right.
I mean, MTV awards. You know what I mean? I got an MTV award out the deal, a platinum record. You know what I mean? More money than I've made at doing anything else at any other time in my career. So it was
That's awesome.
enlightening. It was
That's
enlightening. It was like, word, y'all getting this kind of money? So it was a
nah,
real good
that's
look. I got to go on Jimmy Fallon's show, and then we did New Year's Rockin' Eve, and those kind of things that I'm not used to doing. So it was amazing for me to step into that, like through that portal, you know what I mean, so to speak, in VR terms, to step through
that's
that
right.
portal.
Yeah. Talking that
And
talk, talking that VR talk. I see. Okay,
no
okay.
doubt, no doubt, and to come out on the other side into a whole nother world, and it was amazing, surreal.
So as aside from the money and the accolades, what did you take from that experience with you after? Like, was there anything that you were able to kind of maybe interject and apply in the rest of your day to day life and career and plans? Like, did you do anything to help further and upon that experience?
Well, it inspired me. It inspired me, to keep going, to know that, hey, there's a lot more to this. There's a lot further to go. There's a lot more things to reach for. Um, so yeah, it inspired me on that level. It showed me the professionalism that you can maintain. Like, everybody in the record business is not a snake. You know what I mean? Because that's the general consensus about music in the industry. But in the Macklemore situation, these guys are independent. So they pretty much, handle their own business. They book their own things. They pay their own people and all that, and everything went so smoothly. So it just showed me another side of the industry, and what I took from it is that you can independently go out and succeed. You know what I
Correct.
mean? And set up your own company, your own business, run your own things. You know what I mean? You don't
Correct.
necessarily have to be signed to a record label to achieve commercial success. So that's the biggest thing I took away from it.
That's what's up. Now, let me ask you this. Did you ever feel at any point in your career, did you kind of feel bitter towards anything, kind of feeling like, I should be here, I should be there, or did you always kind of just look at it like, that's their thing, what are your thoughts on that?
Testing
Well,
one,
I mean,
testing,
I
testing
can't
one,
honestly
two.
say that I've never had that thought. You know what I mean? Like I should
I
be
hear you,
there, or
man.
I
I hear
saw
you.
somebody doing something, or saw somebody achieve something, or get something, and say to myself, "Yeah,
Oh,
that's
thanks,
supposed to
bro.
be me." Um, not to replace that person, but to like, yeah, I should be doing that too. You know what I mean? Or I should be up
That's
there
right.
too. Not to say that that person shouldn't be there and I should. I'm saying I should be there with them. So yeah, I've had
Got you.
that kind of sensibility before, but I don't sulk about where I'm not. You know what I mean? I just keep striving, to get
That's right.
someplace, and I just never sit still. I'm never
That's right.
satisfied. A lot of people say like you're a legend. You're this and that. Like you don't have to do nothing else. But
That's right.
creatively, it's still in me. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
The drive, the passion for the culture. When new avenues open up,
That's
like
right.
VR, for example, that
That's
starts
right.
your career all over again in
All
another
over again.
mode. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's another element to conquer now.
That's
So
right.
as long as there's always a challenge, a, a new avenue to take hip hop, then I'll always be viable.
That's right. So speaking of VR, like, what are your thoughts on VR?
Oh, shit.
The potential that you see, and
I
I mean,
am
that's part one.
blown away by this entire VR thing, man. I feel like a kid. I haven't been this excited about something um, like this in a while. Okay, I'm not a gamer, but I play. You know what I mean? I play the sports games. My Modern
Hmm.
Warfare, my Call of Duty. I'm not
Yep.
really the online guy where I get on and play with everybody in the country. I just like the
Hmm.
game itself. So I'll play myself or I'll play with my friends. But this is just an extension of what I see my son doing. My son streams, video games on Twitch, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I wouldn't do that.
Right.
This is like, yeah, I'm
we
streaming my
we on
life,
Twitch
you know
right
what I
now.
mean, in
We
VR,
on
pretty
Twitch right
much.
now. Hmm.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. We're doing interviews. We got DJ stuff set up. We got Park Jam set up. I mean, here's the flyer right here for our Park Jam. This is ridiculous. Who would have ever thought you could do something like that?